This week, the world remembered an event that changed the course of human history. The D-Day invasion last Thursday marked 80 years since Allied forces landed on the beaches of Normandy, France. More than 4,400 died there. But ultimately, the U.S. prevailed, beating the Nazis, liberating Europe. In today's 2-Minute Warning, Scripps News' political analyst Steve Schmidt talks about why it's so important to never forget that day.
The word freedom in the English language may be the easiest to take for granted. Certainly, it is taken for granted by too many Americans. We talk about freedom often, but it's a nonsense word without the concepts of obligation and responsibility attached to it. And those words are impossible to have meaning without memory, because without memory, we cannot understand duty. And that is why the commemorations that have taken place 80 years to the day of one of the most momentous days in the history of civilization are so important. June 6th, 1944, in the era, was referred to what it still is today, though not remembered as the Day of Days. It commenced the Battle of Normandy, the liberation of France, and then of Europe, and then of the destruction of the Nazi evil, the slave empire that had conquered all of Europe and was liberated by the United States and the United Nations, a group of allies who fought and died for freedom and liberty. What President Biden said today exactly echoed what President Reagan said 40 years ago, which is that democracy and freedom are worth dying for. And in Normandy, many Americans died. Their graves face west towards home in permanent formation, forever, judging, was their sacrifice worth it?
Thank you to Steve, and more importantly, thank you to the greatest generation. For the